Alright folks, welcome back to my 7 Days to Die series. I have been through the next horde. I thought, well, I've done like about 3 videos in a row that are all related to hordes, so I thought, well, let's get on with the base project, because that is my intention, and we are... how close are we to the city? About here, in theory. I haven't actually been down here yet because I kind of wanted to get this started before I actually went on. I'm finally above 100 wellness. Look, 100, 101! Ever since the beginning. So, I've actually been doing some work. I dug a little sort of, place to stay here just for the overnights and stuff. But I thought, well, let's get the foundations laid and see if we can actually get started on this thing. Now, as you can see, if you've seen the House of M videos, you'll see that I do have this want to have a kind of foundation. So the floor, the outside of the sort of like the main floor area is going to be, in this case, reinforced concrete. And I'm also going to go at least one out. Now, this is slightly different from what I've done before, because this is actually going to be internal. Well, it's kind of internal, because I've got this... if you watched the previous video, you'll know that I'm intending on having these funnels out at the corners and the sides. So I'm not... my original plan would have been to like build the foundation out maybe 2 or 3, and then put wood spikes on it, and then so on, and then have a roof. But in this case, I'm not going to have wood spikes, like spikes all the way out, because there's no point. Because the intention is that this is a last line of defence. So I'm not going to dig as far down or as far out as I'm necessarily going to. I mean, I think what I may do is put one layer of reinforced concrete outside of this, so you'll have a second, so there'll be 2 deep, and then work from there. But I'm not going to have some, really complicated way of doing that out at, in this wall. Because obviously I'm hoping that the spikes on the road, on the funnels, will kill them before they, or will do for them, most of them, before they even get to the walls. So the spikes in the inside are only going to be there for the last line of defence, for all the ones that happen to get through. That's the plan anyway. But I mean, anyway, let's, as you can see, I've already started the foundation, because I thought, well, I'll get that done, because I've started the corners and got them laid. So let's, quick, oh crap. Looks like we'll be doing a bit of right, okay. Right, so we'll get this done, because then this way, at least this is started, and this is the boring part, because obviously you see how a nail gun works, But I'd like to say oh bollocks, I'm good at this. I've got plenty of wood. Like with having that fire axe, I can knock down dozens and dozens of trees in like minutes, Better than a chainsaw. I actually have a chainsaw. I actually have 2 chainsaws now, and I haven't even used them yet. Because I have less gas cans than I have metal, so it's like I'm as well just using the axe as anything. Alright, I'm nearly done. I actually stayed here last night and almost got myself killed, because I thought, I'll put up the wood frames, and then they won't be able to see me. Unfortunately, I forgot. See, on the strips I've left on the outside as markers, I had them all the way up to the wall, and they came running over the wall. Fortunately, it was only 2 of them. It was one big guy and just a normal one, so it was kind of like, right, okay. So anyway, yeah. Right, so, okay, that's that done. I brought some stuff with me because of the fact that, you know what it's like. You try and run back and forward lots, and all you do is you end up getting annoyed. So I brought supplies with me, just to give me a start, you know what I mean. Right, so we have, at the moment, we have the outside of the floor. like I say, the idea is that I will build a second outside row. So let's get ourselves outside. Get some more frames. I've got wood frames there, that's fine. Now, who's that? Who's making noises? The last horde was quite good, although like I say, I decided not to record it because of the fact that like I done the 14-day horde, the 21-day horde, the 28-day horde never turned up. I thought another horde, oh come on, which is maybe a little disingenuous to everyone. I think that's what disingenuous means, you know, unfair. But the fact was that I you know, it's like in some ways it's like, oh, let's go do something else, you know. Which is why I tried to think of, well, do the to start working on the actual base, you know. I can take some of these away because the fact is that I'm not going to be so they're only markers, you know what I mean. There's no point in having a blooming free ride in for the zombies when I'm trying to keep myself safe, you know what I mean. I'm also keeping all of my spare supplies because I want the plant fibres later on, could be handy, but we'll see. Like I say, I don't honestly know if this whole idea is just a little too elaborate, even for me. Well, for me anyway. But it's something that I've had in mind ever since I started playing the game and spent a bit of time in it. In my original single player games, where I thought the idea of trying to knock the zombies down into like sort of like funnel the zombies into my defences, you know. Disappear. Why is that not working? Huh? Oh come on, no stamina, it takes 3 lots to get grass. Okay. So yeah, like I say, the idea is that the zombies will come running down these funnels and will hit lots and lots of spikes on the way, and then by the time they get to me they'll be nearly dead, and they'll just kind of like die on what defences are at the back. So I will leave just now. I'll leave you just now, and I will go and start working on the this outside one, because obviously that's a lot of digging, and I'll possibly start working on the inside floor, although I haven't decided whether I'm going to make the inside floor fancy or leave that for upstairs, because what I'm thinking is I'm going to make this into just a plain, you know, just a plain structure at the bottom, but then have an actual design kind of house type thing on top, so that it's more, you know, so that you've got this kind of like, you know, this functional area in the bottom, and then the upstairs is going to be the proper actual living area. We'll see. Like I say, I haven't made a final decision on all that yet, so I'll excuse me, I shall leave just now. I shall come back in a little while. Bye. Alright, back. Right, as you can see, I've now done the second level, and I've started putting down the floor, although I'm not too worried about that just now because I want to get the walls done. Now, what I've done here is that obviously I have these plans for these funnels, so what I've done is I've made supports in between the corners and then made a gap 3 wide, so that obviously that's so I can go down that way. I haven't done it on the corners because I'm always concerned about structural integrity. Also, the fact is that I do have line of sight either side of the corner. It's not ideal, but I mean, the thing is that it'd be difficult because you'd either have to put them here and here, which would then be odd, and then, like I say, I'm always concerned about structural integrity issues. Just a little bit paranoid about it. But the next plan will be 2. Now I don't even know if I actually have any iron bars. Did I bring the iron bars with me? No, probably not. Actually, I will need the candles. I'll put this up. Plant fibres, don't need that. Right, okay, let's no, I'll take half that just now. I don't know how many iron bars I can make out of that. Let's see, 192 iron bars. I'll do. Okay, 80. Right, then basically what we'll do is we'll get the iron bars. Always been a fan of iron bars, at least in this game anyway. Not necessarily in general. But yeah. Like I say, you've seen plenty of people do this. It's like, you know, it's pretty much a standard thing now, having iron bars and the things like this. I mean, it does mean you can't loot, which does suck somewhat, but you probably wouldn't get round to looting most of them anyway, unless you're outside and killing hordes. This is not what this is intended for, so. Yeah, Alpha 12's due soon. A couple of weeks maybe. Oh, Dozy. Dozy fucker. Silly bam. Yeah. Oh. Yes, Alpha 12. Be interesting to see what's in. I mean, they're supposed to be. They've talked about the bike being definitely in for Alpha 12. Various other things. Reducing self-sustainability by making it vegetable stew needs mushrooms. That'll be a fun one for people. It's like, oh look, I've got to go and find a cave now. I don't disagree, actually. I think in some respects, I think that the making of food is a little too easy. So I actually don't disagree with that plan. Will suck if you can't find any caves though. However, it will make you think. It will make people think a lot more about how they work, how they build, how they do things in general. So yeah, I do actually agree with that idea. I just try to decide. Do I want to make the third level reinforced concrete as well, and then work up from there? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I tend to make my just make these murder rooms like too high. Don't know. I'm not sure. Because I mean, the idea is the spikes will be on that level. But because the spikes are on that level, theoretically they're going to get up onto that one. Don't know. Well, like I say, that's the basics at the moment. The idea is obviously I'll put another level on here, and then what I'll be doing is building out the way. Like I say, there'll be the spike lanes, which will then will have walls to funnel them in, and they'll then have, like I say, I'll be doing sort of like when I get to the point where I'm actually building the spike wall, the spike funnels, and then the way that I'm intending on trying to guide them in, then you'll see where I'm going. But I mean, it's a little kind of difficult to explain right now. Like I say, I don't know if it's awfully overcomplicated, but yeah, we'll give it a go. Anyway, I think for now, since you've seen a bit of building and not much else, I think we'll leave it there. So if you liked the video, please click on the like button, and if you want to see more, please click on subscribe, and please do comment. I want to hear more. I don't hear enough. I want to know your thoughts on what I'm doing, whether I should do more, whether I should give up and go home. Oh wait, I am home. Anyway. So I shall leave it there. Take care, have fun, and I'll see you in the next episode with some more base building. Bye!